Well, good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Dandong, China. And a lot of people have been asking me why I would choose to live in such a small city like Dandong, which is right on the border of North Korea here, just across the river. So as an American, it's definitely weird living right across the river from North Korea. So it's right down there. But let me explain to you why I'm actually here. So I lived in Shenzhen for many years before I went back to California with my Chinese wife. We struggled and grinded for like 4 years, and we kind of decided, we'd rather come back to China. So we've been back for a year now. Honestly, great decision. We couldn't be happier. But I wanted to go back to Shenzhen. I know tons of people there. I have a ton of connections. But my wife wanted to come to Dandong, right? Small city like Dandong here. But why, Well, I'll tell you why. It's her hometown. So I'm kind of what we call a stranded Chinese husband, somewhat, right? There's like 4 other foreigners in this town. There's like 5 of us total. And they're all here for the same reason, right? It's their wife's hometown. So I'm living in a remote Chinese city, but let me tell you why I actually like it. Okay, well, first I'll start off with the biggest downsides, and that is the lack of Western food. So we have all your big American corporate fast food, like Pizza Hut, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's. But authentic, good, fresh cooked Western food is quite rare, so I have to cook food at home. However, I still like it here. So not only is the cost of living incredibly cheap, I picked up a beautiful house for a bargain. There aren't many foreigners here, but I do have a lot of Chinese friends. And the foreigners that are here, we're a tight-knit group of about 5 people. The cost of living allows me to save plenty for retirement, and my job gives me enough freedom to keep producing content, while the country itself is a perfect place to raise a happy family. More importantly, we can live prosperously, and we don't need to scrape by like we were doing back in the States. So while I do miss the big city and the creature comforts that Shenzhen had to offer, now I'm here in a smaller city. There's a lot of benefits. The downsides being that I don't get to eat the food that I want to eat often, but you can always cook for that. My name's Ian. I make videos about living in China, so like and follow for more living in China content, and feel free to check me out at ianinchina.com.